Oh, I bet you're here for an update on Jamie's week 2. Well, Jamie's on vacation, but I'm still going to give you an update. Hi everyone, my name is Chris Martin. Welcome to Keto with me. Well, the good news is that for week 2, he also continued to lose weight. Week 2 was more of a, let me set this down for a second, was more of a learning week for Jamie, and we'll find out more on that here in a minute. As you remember, we had the exact same goal for week 1 as we did for week 2, and that was just to remain below 60 carbs or less. And the reason we kept it at that was because we knew later on in the week that he would be going out of the country on vacation, and I just kind of felt like it would be I don't know, pretty sabotaging to try to up the ante that quick. So with that, he will actually roll into week 3. Almost all of week 3 will be on vacation as well. So one of the things that, it was a good learning experience for Jamie, and, I believe for me as well, is that, about midweek, probably actually closer to Thursday, he was like, hey, I just don't feel like I'm getting as much weight loss as I did the first week. And, first of all, we all know water weight's the first thing that comes off. So I explained to him that a lot of probably was water, but also just go ahead and tell me more about what his day was. We talked a little bit. And at some point I was just like, is there anything you're drinking? Because I told him he could have like diet sodas and things like that. And he was like, oh, I'm drinking my Circle drink, which is, one of those flavored seltzer machines, that makes water. And I just was like, well, how often are you doing it? He goes, like pretty much all day long, I just sip on it. And so that right there is a very common thing that happens, when we go into keto or when we're trying to do keto and so forth. And actually it could sabotage any diet, so to speak, is that, every time you take a drink of that, flavored, sugar tasting water, even though it's like 0 carb and all that, it does trigger insulin, which immediately stops fat loss. So, and he even said, he was like, oh yeah, I remember we talked about this, but it's just one of those things that, you just have to sometimes say it again, and like I said, it was a learning thing. So, I told him, I said, you can have it, just don't have it in between. So just have it with your meals and don't drink it by itself. Well, he pulled the Band-Aid off and kind of just went all water, but I reiterated again that if he has to, just make sure he does it with the meals. We also had some other conversations, during the week, most of them via text. Those we'll again share in week 5 when Jamie comes back over and we get to see how he's looking and, go over his, his tracking and everything, in person. So there's definitely more than just the one conversation about the water. So I also want to point out that, Jamie's still doing a fantastic job at tracking everything. It's much like I would expect, like up and down on the weight. That even happens with me. And when I say up, I don't mean like drastically up. So, but he's doing a fantastic job on that. So with that said, let's go ahead and hear from Jamie while he's on vacation.
Hello everybody, Jamie here. Wanted to give you a quick update after 2 weeks. Things are still going really good. Feeling good. On vacation this week, so wish me luck and look forward to sharing with you guys in a few weeks.
As you can see from Jamie's video, he is actually on vacation. He's out of the country certifying some divers and so forth. My brother happens to be along with him, so I'm hoping they're having a great time. So we talked about his week 3 goals before he left, and what we decided to do was kind of do what we did exactly in week 1 and 2, and that's just keep him at 60 carbs, keep him at being diligent about tracking and so forth. I think that's going to be his best bet. I did, however, warn him that, when he gets back, we're really going to start putting it down on, on week 4 and, kind of expect some, lower carbs, higher fat and some other things that we need to be, in order to be keto and so forth. All right, that's it for Jamie's week 2 video update. Thanks for taking the time to watch it with me today. Please like and subscribe so you can get updates on Jamie and the channel. Also, if you have any comments or questions, please leave them down below. Just remember, nobody's perfect. Be a coach, not a critic, and take care, folks.